Core competency number 1, reflection and self-awareness. Knows strengths and opportunities for growth, works to sharpen one's skill set, develops intuition and decision-making skills through professional learning, manages stress, knows what motivates self and others, and understands what makes self and others tick. As a leader, in order to continually grow, it is important for us to become more self-aware and continually reflect on and refine our practices. Self-awareness is the first step to professional growth because it helps you understand yourself and how you are perceived by others. First, you must know your strengths and opportunities for growth to be able to identify the changes you wish to make. It's also important to instill this value of failing forward in your organization. Core competency number 2, set strategic direction. Identifies a shared vision and goals for the organization, plans and organizes well, sets a clear and simple course of action, stays focused on the most important priorities, can visualize and plan for the future, and understands the industry. As a leader, setting the strategic direction is important because your goal as a leader is to holistically prepare your organization for whatever the future has in store. Setting a clear direction gives people a target and an action plan for achieving the goals of the organization. This is even more impactful when you work on this as a team and have the input of all stakeholders. Core competency number 3, communicate effectively. Communicates clearly and directly, is approachable, relates well to others, engages people and helps them understand change, provides and seeks feedback, articulates clearly and actively listens. As a leader, communicating effectively is so important because you can't have one without the other. Effective communication builds and maintains relationships, builds trust, helps build the team as an effective unit, builds understanding, encourages innovation, increases employee engagement, increases accountability, brings clarity to the work, helps with decision-making, improves stakeholder satisfaction, reduces conflict, and most of all, when done well, people feel listened to and valued. Core competency number 4, create a culture of excellence, is open to diverse ideas, pays attention to the little details, works inclusively and collaboratively, holds self and others accountable, and involves others to accomplish individual and team goals. As a leader, it is important to create a culture of excellence where people feel empowered and motivated to achieve, create, and have a desire to excel. This only happens through effective coaching, mentoring, and allowing those we lead to feel comfortable with a fail-forward mentality. Core competency number 5, ethics and integrity, demonstrates strong character, builds partnerships between work and personal life, takes personal responsibility for own development, role models leadership qualities such as motivation, inspiration, passion, and trust. As a leader, a commitment to ethics and integrity is important due to the possibility of catastrophic effects of destructive leadership. Ethics and integrity is an important leadership quality that instills strong values in a leader to always act with morality and confidence, take responsibility for their own mistakes, fix mistakes, and adhere to the best practices that motivate people to involve their leaders in confidential matters, build trust, and get even more stakeholders to work collaboratively with the leader. Core competency number 6, measure what matters, utilizes data to accelerate and drive performance, is action-oriented, drives for results, sets clear expectations and milestones, reviews progress, acts decisively, solves problems, and can be counted on to consistently meet or exceed goals. As a leader, the primary purpose is to improve the organization's decision-making skills. Excelling at measuring what matters most will improve stakeholders' lives and support, allow you and your teams to make good decisions, stop molehills from turning into mountains, get the results you want, find solutions to problems, back up your arguments, stop the guessing game, be strategic in your approaches, know what you're doing well, and keep track of it all by accessing all of the resources around you. Leaders who are data literate and work with data literate teams within their organization spend more time focused on what matters most. Core competency number 7, manage change. Leads change and innovation, challenges the status quo, embraces technology, puts forward creative ideas, champions and implements process improvements, gathers ideas of others, demonstrates good judgment about which ideas will work. As a leader, it is important to fully understand the upcoming change that needs to occur along with the barriers to success. When done properly, a good leader lays out a step-by-step process to identify a challenge, make changes, and execute successfully. It's not as easy as it sounds. Change management makes you use every tool in your leadership toolbox to be successful. Core competency number 8, build capacity. Develops talent and commits to the professional growth of employees, develops and cares about people, builds effective teams, helps people be their best values and manages diversity, provides candid and constructive feedback, and shapes a collaborative culture through a fail-forward growth mindset. As a collaborative leader, we often have to delegate certain tasks or initiatives. Instead of getting frustrated when people do not do the job we expect, it's important for leaders to understand what their teams are capable of and help them learn what is needed of them. Leaders need to be able to take the perspective of their employees to better understand what is going on and build their capacity. Leaders are a voice among many in conversations, and not just a voice that tells other people what to do. Because of this, building capacity in others is another key skill for leaders. Since it is a fundamental ingredient for working together productively, the more capacity we build in people, in our teams, or in our organizations, the more resilient and stronger they can become. Core competency number 9, empathetically serves others, anticipates employees' needs, champions for their team, acts with others in mind, exceeds expectations, and gains trust and respect. As a leader, empathy is important because it acts as a glue between you and your employees. A leader shares a very strong bond with employees, and like any other relationship, the relationship between a leader and an employee also requires empathy. Empathy as a leader can not only boost character, but it can be great for the overall business. Empathy is described differently by different people, but in basic terms, empathy is about putting yourself in another person's shoes and being with them through a productive struggle. Understanding and identifying other people's feelings and then responding to them accordingly is empathy.